Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself Sensomi. And today the beta testing of FM23 is going to happen. I've chosen Manchester United. It's not the series that I'm going to play with FM23. I haven't made up my mind completely on who I'm going to be playing in the Football Manager 23 save, but I'm leaning at a Dulwich Hamlet actually. But I haven't decided yet. We're just gonna have to see that. And as you can see, I've already gotten a skin into this. I think maybe because we're gonna be showing off this, we're gonna go with the straight Football Manager skin, so that you actually get to see it the way it looks when you buy it. Well, you won't actually, because I've gotten the real name fix and I've got the logos and a lot of faces. So yeah, the faces and the logos I just copied from 22 and that worked. And then there was a real name fix to download as well. So yeah, I thought that we were going to go through it. We start by going through all the mails here. After that, I was thinking that we could start at home and then work our way down and see what we can go through in this completed in everything here, so to speak, and click into every little aspect here as well. And after that, maybe play a game or two, see what happens, how that looks. I'm not going to go as far as getting to the Europa League draw and stuff like that. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not the right episode, so to speak. But yeah, first news, they've hired me as a manager. I made myself a little younger. Who doesn't want to be younger? And we're going to create our tactics, and yeah, I'm going to create my own 4-4-2. Let's see if I can have as much luck with that as I've had in the 22 series and in the 21 series that I play, which are both going to be continuing. So I'm going to have my hands full now. And the reason, let's go on to the next news here, because this is the reason that I want to start down, way down in the league system, and have a club that, I mean, 47.8 million followers. Stuff like this could be very interesting to see that develop, and there won't be a lot of development around the supporters profile when it comes to Manchester United. That's going to be a tough one. But taking a little club like Dulwich, if you get some success with that club, this will be interesting to see how this will change during the game. Definitely. So that's one of the reasons that I want to start way down. But as I said, I'm not completely sure about that yet, to be honest. I haven't decided, but it's leaning that way. And here there is the club vision. I'm just going to accept that so we can go through. It's not going to be a lot different from what it was with 22. Pre-season preparation, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to do my own training. Injury update. Yeah, interesting. And here's squad selection rules. This is interesting to see this as news in the start of the season, where you get to find out all about this. You need players trained in England for 3 years before 25th birthday, a minimum of 8 of those in the Premier League. Doesn't seem to be any rules like that, or is there? Players trained by Manchester United for 3 years before, yes, there is 4. Currently no one in the squad. 30, yeah, alright, I haven't picked the squad, that's for sure. Players trained in England for 3 years between 15 and 23. Currently 0, 49 at the club. And I need a minimum of 8 of those. That's weird. But yeah. So there's lots to think about there. About signing foreign players. But it's become a lot harder to sign foreign players with Manchester United, of course, since the Brexit. So yeah. Getting them work permit is hard. So, but we're just gonna have to see. Here's English transfer windows in progress. You see, they've put Erling Haaland in City, as he should be, and Casemiro in United, as he should be. Now, this is actually weird, I think. I mean, 51 for Erling Haaland, 60 for Casemiro. And even though I regard Casemiro as a good player, I really don't see him anywhere near Erling Haaland. And considering the age difference as well, I mean, he's 30, Haaland 21, 22, 21, yeah. I mean, yeah. Weird one, I think, yeah. I don't want to say anything else about that. Trollbeard decided to decline to meet the press. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. We all know what happens there. So now we're going through the news. Let's start at the home button. This is how it looks. As I said, I've changed into the Football Manager's original skin. Skins will pop up later on in as people get their hands on this one. They're going to be doing their own skins, and yeah, let's hope we can find a good one for this one as well. But for now, I'm just going to show off the game with the original, because that's how you're going to get the game, of course. So, and at the home stream, it's like this, and you can see pretty much looks like it's been doing before, isn't it? Not much have changed. You can change these windows as you always have, so nothing new about that. Finance and salary here. So let's go to my profile. You can see here reputation and everything, and my attributes. Oh, I got some nice attributes. And known for, not enough to know about this manager yet, of course. Just started it. Still have a good reputation, 3 stars. That's not bad. Let's go into not retire, not go on holiday, so we don't need to see anything further there. My contract, though, 130,000 per week. And consider and resign. We're not going to do anything about that. Promises, nothing. Relationship, nothing. We've just started, so of course it's going to be like this. My manager timeline. Dream come true. Manchester United hired Manchester United fan Sansomi Trollbeard to lead the team into a new era. And this is how the timeline looks like. So I think we're going to be able to play it later on. So you can record a video as the time flies by here, I guess, once you've played long enough. And oh, trophies and major awards. That's going to be interesting, this. And go to, yeah, you can go for season to season. All right. But you can also, I hope you can go the entire length as well. That would be cool. So you can just start it here, maybe make a, when we've done a really long series, perhaps played a couple of seasons, 10, 20 seasons, and it might be over. You could just make the last video on YouTube where this flies by in some slow tempo, where you get to see everything, and yeah, that would be cool. I'm hoping for that. So we're going to leave the timeline here, and let's see what's next here. Is the biography. That's nothing new. It's the same as it's always been. And the notebook, we all know about that one. Inbox, we have the ordinary inbox here. Social feed, looks the same. News, looks the same. Leaks in focus, looks the same. Around the world, looks the same. And yeah, all of those, there's nothing new about that. And this is the squad screen. Numbers, it looks pretty much the same, I would say. All players, yeah, it's international players and international duty. Friendlies, nothing there. And there we come to something new here, squad planner. Now, I've still got to learn a lot about this squad planner, but yeah, you could ask the assistant to suggest for current position, and he's done it already. So, I mean, and you could, as I see it, this is how you plan the players to be, in which order they should be this season. And then you can click here on next season, and you can change how you want them to be, in what order they going to be the next season and the season after that. Now, what I've seen and heard, none of the players will ever know about how you do this screen, so to speak, so you don't have to worry about them getting upset because you maybe put them fourth in season 2, but you still try to negotiate a new contract with them because you're hoping that you can get some money off them when they have a longer contract. Yeah, you know what I mean. And this is for every position. And when you find a position where you think you're weak, like here, we are quite weak here in the central defense. We have Varane, but he's the only really, really good player here, I think. So there are some other good ones. I mean, in the game, Harry Maguire is the second best player, and he's okay, but he's not a good player. And Lindelof, no, I wouldn't. Lisandro Martinez, I don't know why they made him this bad, to be honest. I think he's a lot better than that. I mean, sure, he's no Varane, and he's not going to be this marvelous player, but the tenacity and the way he fights for every single ball, I would say that would make him a more put more stars on him then because of that. I mean, now he's like Phil Jones. Phil Jones? Are you kidding me? Phil Jones was a superb talent when Ferguson bought him. And if he'd stayed free from injury, I'm pretty sure that he would have been one of the best English defenders ever. But because of all the injuries he's had, he's known for a nobody. He's a nobody because of that. But yeah, the talent he's shown in his teens and in his early... When he came to United, I don't really remember the exact year, how old he was, but I think he was in his teen when he came to United. Because it's almost been 10 years since Ferguson left. So, 11, 12. He's, let's see, 92. So yeah, he was 19. when he came to United, I had so high hopes for him. I thought he was going to be a superstar, actually, because, yeah, not because just Ferguson said it, but because you could see it when he played and stuff like that. Yeah, so Phil Jones is a player that I feel sorry for him at the same time as I feel that he should have left United for so long ago, because his injury problems will not... there's something wrong with the lad, so to speak, with his injuries. And another player that have the same history for me would be Wes Brown. Wes Brown, when I saw him first time, I don't know if it was against Barnsley or something like that, I saw him the first time. What a game he made, and what talent he showed off. And then injury just ruined everything for that lad as well. So you need to stay healthy as well if you're going to succeed. But anyway, I'm getting away from myself here. I'm not getting away from the topic. We have loads to go through, so I'm not going to be talking like this for very long. But you can see here, no recruitment focus is currently set on this position. But I would like to find good players in this position. Now, I don't have any money, so I don't need him to be brilliant and he's current, but I want him to be at least as good as Varane in potential. So we go in here to create focus, and of course we press that defending button there, and then we can go. I mean, he only have to be 1 star, and we put 15 to 20, and we put it that he has to have the potential to be at least 4 stars. And since there are problems, but at the same time, yeah, we're gonna go with nation, Europe, England, because there are problems getting players to sign. Not players to sign, that's not the problem. The problem is to get them to be able to get work permits. So now we have that, we confirm that, and now there is a focus for that position, for the scouts to search for players that have those potentials. So let's go through. Let's start here again. We can see Dalot should actually be something that we should try and find as well, a replacement for him as well, because he's not that brilliant, but he's the best we have. So let's see, we're gonna do it on the right here as well, but we're gonna go, and we're gonna go, and we're actually gonna try to get this a little lower. Should we say 18? And should we say anywhere, or should we? Are we gonna be saying England? We're gonna be. The younger they are, the more important it is. The younger and the less current ability they have, the more important it is that they are English, so that they will be able to get work permit, or they will automatically have it because of their nationality. And you can have some further details if you want as well. Maybe you want that he should be out of contract or something like that. You can put it in. Nationality, you can put nationality in here. Oh, right. It's English. Let's go for that he should be English, but he can play anywhere. It doesn't mean let's see. Is there... I want to say all. Let's just take away that then. And now they say any. So they're going to search everywhere for an English player that can play on the right defense, that have the current ability of 1 star and the potential ability of 4 stars. So yeah, at least. And then they can have higher there and they can have higher there, but they should not be having any lower than that to be. And there we go. We have a right defender as well. Then we on the left, you can see here that we actually, to be honest, I mean, Luke Shaw is our #1 priority. And I don't know how far he will be out for about 5 months. So his development is certainly going to be in trouble. But we can also see that he has a much higher potential than he ever had in FM22. So I guess they think he has the potential to become better now than he was. So I'm not going to be, he's way down this season because of he's going to be away for half a year. Next season, I'm going to try to, oh, he's already been put up a bit because of Luke Shaw is going out of contract. So what we're going to do is the season after that, oh, he's out of contract then. Can we add him? Yeah, we can add him. Brandon Williams. So this is cool as well. You can, even though they don't have any content, there should be a little stuff like you have him here, but he doesn't have a contract for this long. Could have been put in here, but he haven't got a contract to be, because this is, my plan is that the season after that he will be developed into being the regular left defender. So yeah, this is weird. Look at this. He's got 4-star now at his current ability and only 3 stars as potential. So his potential to go down. That was weird. Same with this one. Martinez, I mean 3.5 and he's rated to become 3. That's so strange, but never mind. And this is just going through all the positions if we want to. I don't think we're going to, but I mean, I want Anthony to be the right midfielder here, so Sancho's going to go down. And on the left, I want Sancho. And we can see here that we're really missing a left midfielder to be a reserve after Sancho. I don't have much faith in Anthony Elanga. So yeah, let's put up create a focus, and of course we're gonna go down, not that much, and we're gonna go to a maximum of 18 and like that. And further details, I really don't know nationality. I don't know, maybe we can add several nationalities. Yes, we can. Because to be honest, I think there shouldn't be any problems to get Northern Irish, Welsh or Scottish players into that, should there? So let's add 2 more and we go Scotland, Scottish. Maybe we go 1 more because we want to have some Irish as well. I don't know if that's going to be a problem though. Let's go Welsh and finally Ireland. Irish player. There we go. We have our English, Northern Irish, Scottish, Welsh and Irish. And I hope that will be enough. And as I said, transfer and loan, 15 to 18 in any area. And we just, yeah, send them out to scout for them. Perfect. And of course, if we get them, we can put them in here because we really need as we can see, there's no potentials here. I mean, Sancho's good, but who's gonna play when he get injured? I'm not gonna be putting my faith into Elanga, to be honest, even though he's got 3.5 stars. So yes, we're gonna keep him. We're not gonna try and get him sold anyway, but maybe we'll sell him, or maybe we would have sold him if we were to continue with this one. I don't have the plan to continue with this one, but you never know. And here at attackers, you can see that we have some real issues here. This is not what's going to happen. This is not going well. there's a bug here. Because Anthony, yeah, because we're a season after. I'm so stupid. I thought that was going to jump back when I changed. Never, it's still the same in here though. And we go in here, we have Casemiro, which is our best player. After that, it's Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes. He should at least be above Donny van der Beek, because he has the potentials to become a lot better. Very weird that he's only 2.5 stars, to be honest. But yeah, that's how they put them. And I want McTominay above Fred. And that's as you can see here, we could, yeah, we can also press a player here and offer to club if we want to, so we can sell them down here in the right corner. We're not going to do that. We can also show all positions, so we get every single position like that. But I want yes, this, because I'm not going to be moving them around like that for now. As you can see here, there's loads of players, and I don't know, you probably, no, you can't change. I thought I was going to be able to change like this. Should be some the position they should be playing. But yeah, here we can. We want this category to be deep lying playmaker. And then this changed a bit because Christian Eriksen becomes a better and Bruno Fernandes become a better. All right, now it looks different. That's something new even for me. Let's see, goalkeeper. Let's see if is there yeah, we want him as a goalkeeper, not a sweeper keeper. So you can see here, yeah, then we go the right defense. We don't want a fullback. We want, as I oftenly do play, with complete wing backs. And we can say Dalot is still number 1. Bin-Saka number 2, Brandon Williams number 3, but he has higher potential than Bin-Saka. So yeah, I want him to be able to be the one to take over eventually. So this here as well, he's only a central defender. Let's say that we want that to be a ball-playing defender, and the changes. Looks like Tsunabe is better than Phil Jones all of a sudden. There's loads of small things for me to find as well still. You can see that maybe we want to play with a non-nonsense centre-back together with that ball-playing defender, and we get this stat here, and we can see that Phil Jones is of course better than Alex Tsunabe with that. Then left, we want that to be complete wing back as well, and we can see that Luke Shaw is the best one we have at the moment, but that both Dalot and Brandon Williams have more potential. So we want to be able to play like an inverted winger or winger. And now Anthony, I guess we moved Anthony up number 1 to the season after. So now we have him as a starter, even though Sancho would be a better. But if we go into left, as I said, there is no way that I can use Sancho on the right side. I need him on the left side. So he's going to be training as the left side as well then. So at the moment, this is a deep lying forward. So we can test ourselves forward here. We can complete forward. What else do we? False 9? No. I thought Cristiano Ronaldo would be better. Pressing forward? No. So we have a target forward. He's 2.5 there. Trequartista, he's 3. And advance, he's 3. So I guess I'm going to go with was the best one the deep lying? No, they're all the same. So we can have a deep lying because I want him to be the striker to push for the other one. That could be advanced forward, and I don't like any of these players. I hope that one day Rashford will blossom into. I don't like Martial. I really don't. I don't like him in the real world, and I haven't ever found any use of him in the game. Either I play him completely wrong, or yeah. In real life, I don't like him because he doesn't have that high work rate, which I like in the players. He's mostly standing still in my mind. But yeah, so I'm going to be searching for a striker as well here then. So a striker, and we go the same thing here and the same. We should not be in a hurry, especially since we're not going to continue to play it. And further details, you know the rule. We're going to go through them all. One more, right? Let's see. We have the English. Now we want the Northern Irish. We want the Irish. We want the Scottish. And we want the Welsh. There we go. And we now have that one as well. So, but this time it doesn't show up here, and I don't really know why. I've had this happening, and I can't understand why it does that. So, yeah, we've taken every player we have, even under 21 and under 18, and this is the way it looks. And I don't know why we don't have, if we bring in under 18, why don't we have the under 18 players? Because we don't have Charlie, what's his name, and McNeil, and Joe Hugill. They're not here. Not currently at club. They're not lent out either. Unregistered. Future transfer. So yeah, very strange that we don't get our under 18 players in here. Maybe that's just a bug in the beta as well. But yeah, you get the overlook of this one now. So I guess we're going to be going through to the next one here, which is experience matrix. Development, you can see here, Anthony. These are players that need to develop then, and these are emerging. They're coming out of their shells. These are at the peak, and these are most likely downhill. Experience, they call it, but it's downhill. These are at their best at the moment, so loads of players at their best, which is, yeah, not a good sign when you root for Manchester United. You have reports here with the best 11. We can go through here, we can see everyone with stars and everything, so yeah, interesting. And then we can even choose who's going to tell us about it. We can go through all them. Then we have an assistant report. Loads of information here. Youngest player, Anthony Elanga. Oldest players, Cristiano Ronaldo. Average age is 26. So a lot of information here. I'm not going to go through it all. I'm just going to be having that. And then we have some stats, what's going to be coming up, of course, during the season. It's going to be interesting. And then some comparison. Loads of comparison here, which is always interesting and nice to see. And that's the squad planning box, should I say that? Dynamics, I don't think there's much anything that has changed in here. You can see top influences and stuff like that. There's a hierarchy that's been there before. The social groups, that's been there before. Happiness looks the same. Code of conduct. Team meeting. Oh, I didn't want the team meeting now. And team talk feedback. So, yeah, that's all. Now, tactics, there are supposed to be a couple of changes here in tactics. So maybe we go through the thing here. There's no news in this one, mentality. In possession, it looks the same. I think it hasn't changed, to be honest. That looks exactly the same in this one. No news here. None whatsoever, I think. Mixed crosses and everything, yes. In transition, though, let's see what happens here. Also looks exactly the same. So, yeah, not much to change there. Out of possession, though. I know there's some changes here. And here we can see we have slightly more offense. This is not new. This is what's been there. The new stuff, this has been there as well. This is probably the thing that is new, right? The step up more or drop off more. Pressing, traps, inside and outside, and cross engagement, stop crosses or invite them to cross. So, yeah. Those are the new tactical things that has happened here. So let's go into players. Let's see if there's anything changed here. There's nothing changed here, is there? Looks exactly the same. Set pieces looks like the same. Corners looks like the same. They really should be making this a bit easier because, yeah, I mean, you make one change and you have to go into this area here and change so much that it's ridiculous. But yeah, if they need to do that, you should have several different scenarios where you just could well, you can create routines, but then you have to make for every situation that will happen. So yeah, I mean, I guess it would be hard to implement that. Then you have to have a better IE, artificial intelligence. You have to be better. That has to be better in order for that to work. So I guess not. Set piece of the penalties there, and then we have the captain. It all looks the same here. Match plan looks the same. Opponent. Yeah, so that's the same. Data hub. I think there's should be coming something new here as well, if I'm not mistaken. But as we all know, that it takes a couple of games before this really shows something. So it's not going to be showing something for us now either. So overview. I mean, it's going to be completely nil in everything here. And we have the staff, and the staff looks the same as well. Coaching team, medical team, recruitment team, and all. So, yeah. And then we have the responsibilities, and we all know how to fix that. The staff search looks the same. Shortlist. I don't know, job center and job security, it all looks the same. We go into training, and as I've looked through this a bit and found that this looks exactly the same as well. So this hasn't been any changes to this either. So exactly the same there. Medical center. I should be honest, I haven't looked at this before, but it looks like it's the same. No differences here. So yeah, then we have the schedule, which, well, would be strange if they changed that. It's just the same everywhere like that. Competition is looking the same. Scouting though, here should be something new. Here we have scouting coverage. We can see where they are out and about. And yeah, we can go scouting center, set up recruitment team. Responsible. You can have it, the chief scout, of course, should be responsible for the scouting center. So, and let's say, I don't think this is different though, but yeah, it looks the same. Maybe we can have something, we can have them look for special things and stuff like that, of course. But I think that looks pretty much the same. So players in range. We can say here they're searching for a lot of players. And these are all players in range. Scouted players. Loads of scouted players there as well. There's the recruitment focus. Here is where it gets interesting. We can see here we have this one. And of course it hasn't started yet, so they haven't found anything yet. And oh, they've already found 2 central defenders. That's interesting. One in Peterborough, Ronnie Edwards. He looks brilliant. All right, maybe I want to try and get that one. So Peterborough, you might be losing out on a player here now. Let's talk to the agent. This is a good thing because we're going to get to see how that works as well. So we're going to talk to the agent. We're going to see. We're only going to be interested because we are not very interested, because we are very interested, but we are not very interested in getting him to start playing now. We're only interested in him now because we want him to develop into something that is going to be very interesting. So, and here he comes with, I'm delighted to hear that you're keen on Ronnie, as he is incredibly interested in a move to Man United. As a result of the strong interest on both sides, here's the full state of play. I believe Peterborough will want somewhere between 60,000 and 6 million to make the deal possible. Peterborough think Edwards has a lot of potential. Would want a wage between 13.5 per week and 19.5 per week. Will expect to be considered a breakthrough prospect in order to release his potential. Fine loan move for player. And then you have some, you could agree with that if you want. You can contest it. There's no easy way to put this. Ronnie Edwards' demands in terms of wages are far too high. Well, being Manchester United, I don't think that's far too high. That's okay. So what's the next on the line here? Then when taken as a whole, I don't feel as though either Ronnie Edwards' ability or his performance merit the level of playing time he's looking for. Do you think you could persuade your client to rein in his expectations somewhat, please? It's for his benefit too. Now that is because he wants to be a breakthrough prospect, so he wants to get a couple of games at least in the first team. Now, I can't remember, he was not even 20. I think it looks like he's 19. Now, 19 is a good age to break through though, but he's only 2 stars at the moment, so he's not there yet. He needs to develop. He had some really good potentials, he's 4 stars. His potential is to become 4 stars. So that's something that we could look upon, saying to him that he shouldn't be looking to be a breakthrough prospect. But let's go on and see what the last one on that one is. It's difficult for me to offer any promises to Ronnie Edwards. Would your client be open to simply having a higher basic wage instead of those kind of possible in Vengeance. He wants to go on loan, or is it because he wants to be a breakthrough? I don't really know, but here we can offer him the chance to get a higher basic wage instead of something like this. And there is, of course, the last one. Thanks. I know there's a lot of interest from your side, but I'm not sure about the demands. We need more time to think. Just because I want to try this out, I'm going to go with this one. When taking it as a whole, I don't feel that he either run out to be... He shouldn't be demanding to be a breakthrough prospect, I think. So I'm going to press that. And they've altered the demands here. So you have to accept the he will expect to be given the chance to develop at a slower rate and could earn first team opportunity in the future. And that I'm delighted with. So let's say that we're delighted with that, and that sounds good. And there we have it. Now we go and make an offer for him. Now we have to get Peterborough on our side as well. Let's see, let's suggest there. Peterborough feels they can get more for Ronnie. Yeah, I think you can get more for Ronnie as well. I just wanted to try out. I wanted to get a counter offer. Let's try. And now I can't suggest it. Oh, crap. Let's just try 5 million. So I got 20. So I'm not. Well, let's try 4 instead then. And make that offer. And hope that they accept that. So we're back here again. And then Norwich has an Irish player, Andrew. And that's a long name that I'm going to butcher. So I'm not going to do the last name. I'm going to butcher that if I'm going to try to pronounce that. So I'm not going to do that. Looking at this, he's got really high determination, some really good numbers, and a good potential as well. He was, well, only 3 stars. No, that's the current ability. I guess we have to go in on him to see his potential ability if we can. Now we have to scout him out in order to get that. No, they are scouting him. For God's sake, where is he then? Where is this lad on the... There he is. So he's only expected to become 3. So, yeah, he's not interested, but we are looking for. Left midfielders, no recommendation. Strikers, no recommendation. And here comes something else that is interesting. Let's see if we can find... No. All right, we have scouts out in these countries, so we get suggestions for players from those countries, for these recommendations. And, yeah. Oh, completed here. We can see that they have scouted out these 2 players, so that's the recommended is the completed. So then we can go to scout priorities. There are currently no players or teams waiting to be so this is when you go into a player and you say scout this player out, I guess. So that's why we don't have anything there from at the moment. Then we have scouting assignment. This is another that I think is new. I don't know, because I really haven't been this into the scouting before. But this looks new as well, where you can take your... You can see here we have this scout here has no current assignment. Now I can create a focus for him. And I can say that I want to search for, let's say, a goalkeeper, or all, I guess. They wouldn't give me the opportunity to put it. I don't know why that isn't possible. Can I write goalkeeper? No. I guess not. Let's just name it all then. And we're looking at, well, we need to be at least 3 and potential 5, I guess. And I think this is going to be something really impossible, because here's the interesting thing is, here you can go into a nation. Let's say we go into Europe, into my home country, Sweden, and we confirm that. Let's have further details maybe. Now, let's not choose any, we're not going, but 3 stars would be something that we might get a working permit for, especially if he's got the potential to be a 5 stars and is in the between 15 and 20. So, and then we press confirm here, and you can see now they're gathering knowledge in Sweden. Now, I think this is a cool thing, and to be honest, I don't know if this was into the 22 one, but this is something that I'm going to be using a lot more, I can say that. So I'm going to do the same thing here and look, see if I can, let's see, we do that and we go 2.5 at least and 4, and we go further details. No, not further details. Main areas, yeah, areas. This is where we wanted to go. Now we can do region in Europe. We have Central Europe, Eastern Europe. We can have Northern Europe. And then we go confirm. And we go confirm. And now we have this entire area being scouted. I think this is such an interesting and cool thing. Which I love. Look at this map, it's getting more and more, so maybe we want to be able to try and get Central Europe as a thing as well. Let's have 2 stars and let's have 4 stars, and everyone in between 15 and 20, all areas, and no, not any. We want the region, we want Europe, we want Central Europe, and we go confirm, and we go confirm, and here's Central Europe, so we're going to have all of these. Now we need Western Europe as well, I guess, because we want France. So let's find the next without any work. Now I think this is something that I'm going to be using a lot, to be honest. Especially when I play a club like Manchester United, where you have the money to really to really put into scouting. It's going to be hard with Dulwich to try and find players in other countries like these, but here we can see we get France and Portugal scouted as well. So I think this is something really interesting, this world map, and now we can see all these bluish, Turkish, whatever color that we are looking at. So, as I said, I love it. I think this looks, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna go into FM22, maybe even today, to see if that is something that I have missed, because yeah, I think that is just wonderful. Here we can go with the entire continent and having a look at that, but this time it didn't show up as something. I guess you'll have to go in on at least regions for it to light up. So let's see, we take another one. I'm sorry if I'm staying with this screen for too long. You might not like this, but I think this is... Could we have regions in North America, Caribbean, Central America, North America Central? Let's just go for North America then and see what happens when we release that one. Yeah, entire North America here, which is Mexico, United States and Canada. So that, I think, as I said, I think this is so cool. and you sort of light up the entire map. Australia would be another place that I would love to have coverage on as well, but we shouldn't be getting away from with everything with this episode just to look at the scouting thing here. We're going to go through the next thing here, match and team focus here, and I guess you can, let's say, Manchester City. Yeah, because we want to have confirm. So they're gonna match and team analysis. They're gonna analyze them, specific matches, next opponents, and as I said, I guess we have specific team under coverage, team report priorities. There are currently no players or teams waiting to be assigned to a member. So, I mean, things will be more implemented here. We have some shortlisted. That's Ronnie Edwards that is shortlisted now. And as you can see, he's got some real potential, that player. And hopefully we'll get him. Not interested list. These will probably be players that I don't feel like, even though they have scouted them and recommended them, they are players that I don't want. So that's how this the scouting page is. Then we're going to transfer here. The transfer center looks the same, I think, and director of football screen looks the same. Development list and suggestion transfer, yeah, it looks exactly the same. Clauses looks exactly the same. Transfer history looks the same. Well, maybe these two weren't there. I really don't know. Well, what is this? Is that how much they have taken up off the transfer budget? I think so. It looks like it, yes. This cookie is the total amount that has been received from selling players. So half of the income from selling players is the transfer of Andreas Pereira. So we can see here that the biggest part here is Anthony, 82 million. Then we have, I guess it's this one, Casemiro. Then we have the Martinez, and then this one, Malaysia. So yeah, it's that's a cool new feature. I think it looks. I think that looks good. And here we can have cash, clauses, transfers. I guess that's what they want. Loan deals. You can sort things a bit more here than you could before, I guess, because this, honestly, I haven't seen this either, but that could be me because I haven't been that into these pages. It's transferred in and out during my the staff. All right, future transfers, nothing at the moment, and youth, nothing there. So interesting page that as well. Then we come to club info, and we all see the old. Oh, I don't have the kits. They haven't followed along. I guess there is something special you need to do, not just copy the graphic folder. Oh well, nothing to do about that. It looks okay. It's not great, but it looks okay. And some info here. You can all see that it's nothing really new there. Let's go into general, and we can see here different information, which isn't anything really new there either. The news, Ten Hag leaves Manchester United, pre-season reports and so on, the facilities has been there, and affiliated clubs and proposed and history. We all know this page as well, it hasn't changed. So we're going to go through to the club vision. And yeah, we can see here make board requests, but we can see it's supporters here, compiled on the supporter spokesman person. This is what they want: play entertaining football. And so you have a sort of a demand list from them as well. But if I recall it, they don't really have much to say. They have very low influence on this. Let's see if there's anything new here. Doesn't look like it. Looks the same. Then we have performance. This was there before. Match performance was there. So it looks pretty much the same, the rest of it. The squad, the board. This is the Glazer. Alex Ferguson, the director of something there, yes. Bobby Charlton. And then we have this one, which is new. And this is, for me, a very interesting page. And the, as I said in the beginning, the really high reason that I want our team, start with a team in the lower divisions and bring them up, to see the changes to this page from being in a really, really low club and coming up all the way to the Premier League, hopefully. We haven't succeeded yet with Welling, but it's going okay, I think. I hope you think so as well, and I hope you follow that. Tuesday save, where we play on Football Manager 2021 and trying to get Welling up to the Premier League and getting them some trophies. Anyway, get back to this one. There is some information here that that we could use, like the rivals is really showing off here now. Leeds, Liverpool, City, Arsenal. So that's historical, that's local, and competitive. And it's fierce for the three at the top. And Arsenal, yeah, that's the short period where Arsenal were really good and competed with Alex Ferguson. And I have favourite personnels. That's Bobby Charlton. He's actually number 1. And then Alex Ferguson, and then Cristiano Ronaldo, David De Gea. So, yeah. And then the finances here, it's going to be something we can get more into here, I guess. Fundraising coming in there as well. Season tickets, 19 million last month. So that's interesting. And then we go into the finances, which pretty much look the same, doesn't it? Doesn't seem like that has changed either. So the income here looks the same. I don't think they have changed anything with the finances. It looks pretty much the same. And yeah, depth, and yeah, look at this. They have borrowed so much money in the name of Manchester United. And here we have this little thing here with the sponsors and everything. So that's interesting, but it's the same. And this is a projected money. And then we have the development center. We have the overview. This looks the same as well. We have Garnacho looking to be probably the best we have in talent. And yeah, let's go into loans. You can see all the players that we have out on loan. And we have under 21 here, where we can see everything, and we have a load to go through if we want to. Squad, dynamics, tactics, but this is pretty much the same as last year, just looking a bit different. Training here we can go through. Oh, that's interesting. And of course match, fixtures and competitions. They're in the under 21 Premier Division 1, and the Papa John's Trophy. And I know that it was under 23 so as late as the 2021 or 22. So last Football Manager they had under 23. Now they've changed that to under 21, which will make that a lot harder. We're going in here, we're going to have to see, I want to see the rules, how many players over 21 I'm allowed to use. A match squad must have at most 5 outfield over 21 born before. The match squad cannot have more than 1 goalkeeper over the age of 21. Alright, so they've changed from 3 to 5 players that can be over the age that it's allowed, and they have lowered the age with 2 years for the players that should be in there. So good or bad, I don't know. I guess it could be okay. Going to be interesting to see how I'm going to be, if I can use that in a good way. 5 subs named, maximum 5 used. That's interesting as well. Try lists are allowed to play in matches. That's good as well. That's actually really nice. I think that's something new as well, because I don't think you could use your try lists in friendlies and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, in more than friendlies, sorry. You only could use your try list in friendly games, and that's hard to really test them out in that case. So that's an interesting new thing to be. If I'm not mistaken, I might not have looked into this before, so maybe there were allowed to be try lists in the under 23 as well, but not that I can remember and think about. So that's an interesting thing, and so that's going to be cool. And when we have the same things with under 18 and the under 18 Premier League, I don't know if there's anybody. Let's see the rules here. No, there's absolutely no one. You can have the match squad cannot have more than 2 players aged over 18. The match squad cannot have any players over 19. So you can have players that is 18 on their way to 19, but as soon as they are on 19, they are not allowed to play there. So yeah, you just have to look at that. If when they are born is the important thing there, I guess. That's going to be changing through the years, I hope. Or that's going to be a very annoying thing. So it's going to be group play and then a final. All right. But this looks like it has done all the time. Youth candidate is the same. And here's the staff as well. And yeah, more under 18 stuff. So yeah, that looks the same. And this is a report of bugs. And you just, I'm going to shut that down at once. Maybe I'll even cut that out. Anyway, we have gone through the entire thing here. Everything I have been able to see up here or in here has been clicked upon. So I guess I'm going to do like this, that I'm going to be pausing the recording and try to play it until I have a game, and then we're going to have, it's just going to be a friendly game to be shown off, but at least we're going to be able to see a gameplay and see how that looks. And after that, the episode will be over. So if you aren't interested in the gameplay, before I continue these sentences, I'm going to say do like, subscribe and all that nice stuff. But if you're not interested in the gameplay, then I guess I don't have anything more to show you. So But for everyone that is interested in seeing the gameplay, it comes here. And so I've gone to the, it's time for the, and so it's time for that gameplay that you want to see. We get 15 substitutes now, not 12, which is interesting. 3 more. So yeah, we're gonna be putting in a good team here, I guess. As good as I believe to be the best team then. Varane, Harry Maguire, and Anthony. I'm gonna go with Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, and on the left side, Jadon Sancho. And up front, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo together with Rashford. And then I'm gonna go under 21, under 18. And take away unavailable players. And then we need to put in some players that we can change. Martin, the land goalkeeper, will have to be that one. Right defender will be going with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Left defender, not very good. We only have Bjorn Hadley to go as a left defender. Although we have Martinez and Malaysia. We're going to go with Malaysia, I guess, something like that. And then as central defenders, we're going to go with Victor Lindelof and the new one, Ronnie Edwards. I'm going to give him the opportunity to be playing. I really should be changing like that. Great. Then we need a right midfielder. That's going to be problematic, which is not very nice. Come on, let's go with Ethan Williams. And we have Anthony. No, we have two central defenders now. One that, or central midfielder. And I don't want Fred. And I could go with Kobe Maino. I guess he's a talented one, but I think I'm going to go with Scott McTominay. And then I want, as an offensive, of course, Bruno Fernandes. And then at the left, I actually want Anthony Elanga. And then we want strikers, at least one striker. We're going to go with McNeil and with Anthony Martial. And then the other players, we're going to go with Garnacho. Let's see if we have any other interesting names here. We have Van der Beek. Let's go with him. And I don't want to go with Fred, should I? Nah. Let's not go with Fred. Let's see if we can find some defenders here now. We're going to go with Menji. And we need one more. Let's go with Martinez. So, now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, now you've got to see the match engine. Let's move on to this. And let's see what we can get out of this game here. We have some information there, that's all. The dressing room, and of course I'm going to pump my fist as well, after usual. And then I want selection headache. Way too bland. Strange that I don't get any better. This is a beta version, as it said down here, so hopefully it will be getting. I've seen some bugs in this beta, so hopefully those will be fixed, all of them. And it looks like it has done, I think at least, before. Just a tiny little cleaner and a tiny bit better looking on the players and stuff like that. It's just small changes, and the way should I say, interceptions and stuff like that from the defenders does look a little bit different. They're taking the ball down on the chest a lot more and stuff like that as well. So yeah, there's small changes, but this is the way the match onion looks. I hope you really... I don't really want this to go this slow. I always at least get one up, and I'm gonna go to key highlights and no replays. And we're gonna go with the director camera for this one. Here's Eriksson with the corner, floats it in, and it's just headed away. Here's Shaw. I guess that one's in. Here's Eriksson getting the ball to Anthony. Gets it home to Varane. Eriksson. Anthony. Oh my God. Rashford. Sancho. I really would like to buy a striker to this team, but it's going to be as Ronaldo. Oh, that's going to be a pesture because I think Šeško is already, when you start the game, it has already arranged a transfer to, I think it's Red Bull Leipzig. And Karim Adeyemi is in Borussia Dortmund now, so both of them has left Salzburg, which is a bit of a disappointment. I really liked when I bought those two. They are making good name of themselves in my 2022 save, which I recommend you go and see. The Manchester United save that I have there. That Rashford to Sancho. Goal! But taking 24 minutes to score on that low on Rushden and Diamonds, I don't know where they are at the moment. I haven't really followed if they are a team that went up and down, but they were in some of the lower divisions. And here comes a long ball to Sancho. It's another goal! And it's Cristiano Ronaldo! And yeah, I don't know, I don't think there is much difference. There is a slight difference. It looks, and that is something new, those little things coming up. Oh, Jadon Sancho! And as I say, it looks a little cleaner, a little better, and the movement looks a little cleaner and better as well. So it's tiny, but I think when it comes to the match engine, I think you don't have to buy every year. You can wait for about 5 years and then buy the next football manager thereafter. At least if you're not a hardcore, or if you're not making any YouTube videos. So then I don't think that you need to buy every single year. Now, if the money is there, why consider not doing it? Because of course it's a fun game. You know what? We're going to take out Maguire here, and we're going to put in Ronnie Edwards so we can see him in action. But as I said, when it comes to these things, I think you should really look upon videos on YouTube and stuff like that they do, or that we do. And that's Cristiano Ronaldo scoring again. Before you buy, is the new features really worth it to you? Or do you want to wait another year? I mean, if you wait 5 years, you will have a lot of new features that has been taken into the game. Granted that if it doesn't sell very good, or if there's lots of complaint on a feature, that feature might be gone, and it might be a feature that you are loving. So yeah, but I think I think 23 is worth buying if you... It looks like it anyway. It looks like... What? Wait a minute. I put him... Yeah, I put him... No. What's this? Why was... Oh, I've done something wrong here. I have done something wrong here. Luke Shaw shouldn't be playing in the center of defense. How stupid am I? Oh no, how stupid are you? Very. Now it should be looking okay. Anthony, Dalot, Casemiro, to Edwards. Here he is. Yes, Ericsson. Now Ronnie Edwards should be making a better name for himself. Sancho. Oh, couldn't really find that far post there, but a good try though. So this is the match ending. I hope you enjoy it and like it. And yeah, if the money is there, then why not buy the game? Oh, what a goal! I think that's something that looks a bit better as well. The way the net of the goal is moving when they score, I think that looks a bit better as well. So that's another thing to consider, actually. And yeah, let's see here. Yeah, there's another goal. You can see the net moves better. I think that's a cleaner and more fluent movement in the net when the ball hits it. So that's something that they have improved as well, I guess. Oh, here they come again. Oh, could this be because Edwards is back there? That they're all of a sudden creating chances and scoring a goal? I don't think so. Edwards hasn't done that bad. 6.8. De Gea cleaning that. So, and of course there is some new things that's going to happen. There is the Champions League thingamajig, the draws and everything like that. And that's something that I will not show, but I think there's going to be loads of videos of people showing that Champions League thingamajig. So I recommend you searching that in some other videos, because I think it's going to be interesting to see, and there, since there is a tab that you put into, so that is going to be playing music. The Champions League music will most likely be played at the start of the game, and since they have implemented that, I wonder if it's not possible for them to implement something that I've spoken on my channel. When you start a game, let's say when you go to Manchester City, we play at their stadium and we get in there, and in that beginning where they in the Champions League games play the Champions League tune, they play Blue Moon, which is their signature song. The Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. That is their music, the same as Liverpool have the "You'll Never Walk Alone," and that would have been cool instead of that. But I understand that because of the licenses, that would have to be done afterwards. But as long as there is a possibility, because there should be a possibility now that they have it in the Champions League games, it should just be to implement it into the other games, and being able to pick what's going to be played when Manchester City is playing at home, when Liverpool is playing at home, and then there could be somebody making that one. That would be cool. Just like there's loads of people making all these skins and all of these facial packs and all of these shirts packs and everything else nice that you out there as a community is making, that is just blowing me away. So, and I'm very grateful for it, because I love the game. I probably would have played it without it as well, but it's such a difference between seeing this Manchester United, the real Manchester United brand here, compare with the Bordeaux here, and so on and so forth, instead of those strange looking things that they have in the game. So I'm very grateful for all the people that they are making all of those exquisitely fine looking things. But at the same time, there wouldn't be a game if they were going to sign license to every team, because then, I mean, they would have to stop producing the game if they, because there's no way that every team is going to be able to share. And as I feel, I don't really care if there is the right batch for Manchester City and then the rest of the league don't have the right batch. It still looks weird, and I can say it still wouldn't matter if it would be half the Premier League that has the badges, the right badges, and the other half hadn't. Then it would look weird to me as well. So it's all or nothing for me, to be honest. And if they're gonna implement all and pay license to every single club, then they wouldn't make any money making the game. So yeah, I think it's ridiculous for the club to demand money for it, to be honest, because I feel that this game is making so much commercial for their. I mean, how many people don't you think play Manchester United here and buy the shirt or something like that because they find the love for Manchester United because they played the game with Manchester United? They might have another favourite team, but secretly they do get a bit of nostalgic when they, oh, I played Manchester United, buying the shirt or something like that, and have that like a little souvenir from the time, and so on and so forth. So I believe that this game is actually making a lot of money to these teams as well without them paying some license for it. So yeah, I do believe that they should leave that alone and let it be like it is. But I don't think there is much more for us, or I don't think there's anything more for us to go through now. We have gone through a lot of things here, and I have enjoyed this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have find it in depth enough to make up your mind if you want to buy it or not. I do hope that you put a little subscription to my channel, and that you, if you liked it, I'm pleased if you put a little thumbs up on my video as well. And if you have anything to tell me, maybe I've missed something, or if you want to criticize me, or if you want to congratulate me, or yeah, say something nice or something bad, feel free to leave a comment. What else? Yeah, stay safe, have fun, and all there is for me to say is bye 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 bye.